I'm the scat man. I'm the scat man.
You're reading the same thing I am, right?
Welcome to NHL Puck Prop
Big
Presented by
Mike.
Sports Interaction. Good God. If today wasn't Friday, if I had that kind of losing day betting last night and turned around and today was Monday, that would just
suck.
be it. Does that does suck. That's why football days are crazy.
But here's the thing. This is what I realized yesterday, because look, it was a rough night. Everybody has those, okay? But we've built up a bunch of really good nights to have one of those nights.
Yeah.
But yesterday, as I'm watching the night, I'm thinking to myself, okay, we got a lot of really good plays in.
No, don't.
But the problem was there was too many games yesterday.
14.
And it's just like you feel like you need to do a lot. And I'm not one of those guys that likes to dabble on a lot. I like to dabble on enough. And enough to me is like 3 or 4 plays, as long as they're like really good value plays. But when you have a 14 game or 12 game slate, it's like you feel like you're doing a lot, but there's so much more you've missed out on. You know what I mean?
And one game today.
Like, come on. What are we doing here?
What are we doing here, guys? Jeez.
Yeah.
Your buddy Scott Lawton with a 4-pack out of nowhere.
Yeah, did you have that?
Yeah. Me and AK both had that. Yeah,
oh, I know what you had. You had, though, no touchdown to score in the
You had Scott
game.
Lawton 4+ goals and no points in the first quarter and no touchdowns.
And a Lankinen shutout is what you had.
Oh God, the Lankinen shutout. Yeah, they really do. 14-1 is absolutely ridiculous, Eric. You're absolutely correct.
Well, here's the thing. In the month of December, it's really hard to schedule, have the schedule the way you want it, because think about all the buildings that have, different bookings in their building because it's the holidays, right? And with the congestion of what December is usually, you don't play on Christmas Day. Sorry, you don't play on Christmas Eve. You don't play on Christmas Day. And you don't play on Boxing Day. There's 3 days there that you don't play because you get a 3-day layoff. So it's tough to, find an even balance because, I just look at the Maple Leaf schedule. They have 3 weekends in a row of back-to-back games, 3 games in 4 nights. So it's tough.
Jet Greaves can suck it too. What I mean,
yeah, no kidding.
Out of nowhere, yeah. Blanks Washington for basically 50 minutes to open that game. To deliver some juice pumper picks today. Need Santa Carlo.
We're gonna try. Yeah.
As you're talking, I'm such a narcissist. As you're sitting there talking, I don't know if you've noticed how crooked my nose is from it getting broken so many times. So
you know what? I hate the fact that you just pointed that out, because I would have never pointed that out myself. So but now, every time I look at you, I'm going to see it.
I try to show my face in which angle it is, where it's straight. You're like, oh, they're straight.
Oh, man.
But the worst, watch this. So if you go like this and go down,
yeah,
she's broken so many times that that's where it is.
Oh, that's a bad angle. When you go the other way, that's a bad angle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there.
Let's get on that side.
There, that looks good. Yeah.
Oh! Jesus. Chikrin was awesome. He got us 2 points somehow.
He did.
Yeah, 2 assists in a game where...
Where did Nashville come from? What the hell happened?
Why does Nashville crush my testicles in such short spurts? You're like, okay, there's 1 goal. Boom, boom, boom. 3 goals. You're like, man.
Well, it's funny because I was scoreboard surfing because I couldn't watch the games because I was doing the Montreal game. So every commercial break, I'm looking at the score. Early in the first period, I see 1-0 Nash. I'm like, no, that's good. Then during the next commercial break, I go back, it's 0-0. I'm like,
yeah, they took it off.
What happened? They took a goal. I'm like, okay, perfect, we're good. Then I see late in the second period, 1-0. I'm like, no, this isn't gonna go good. Then on the next break, it's 3-0. I'm like, what the hell happened?
Yes, O'Reilly did come back and Nyquist came back. So, but they had the. I hate that.
I should have probably looked to see what their line. I expected those guys not to play, which is why I'd like that prop even more. But if I would have known those guys were playing, I probably would have laid off of it because
they're still.
But here's the thing: like at some point, it's gonna end, right? Isn't that?
So we got on too late, is what you're saying?
No, we had a good run with it. Don't get me wrong; we had a really good run with it. I just can't believe that Dallas had that bad of a stinker.
Stinker, absolutely. It just whatever. It was a shit night. And now you got what? I don't even like this game.
Yeah, I don't either. On a normal slate, I wouldn't be betting it.
No. So all right, so I had some personal plays. I needed Tyler Toffoli for one more point. He had 1 point early for 4K.
Oh, damn.
I needed Donato for one more point, and he had a point early for another 4K. If both of those guys got 1 point, I would have won $96,000. And like their lines were scoring too, right? Like Celebrini's line was scoring. They had that going. And then finally the last one for 10K, I just needed Middlestat and Colton on the second line to each get a point, and they scored one goal.
Wow. That hurts.
It was just 96K for the 2-point parlay on Montreal, the Slav, and the Line A one that didn't hit. Donato and Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi hit, but Donato didn't. What was it? The other one, Celebrini and who else did I say? Celebrini and Toffoli. Yeah, Toffoli. Celebrini hit, Toffoli didn't. And then the last one was Cooley and Gunther, and they both hit.
Oh,
2-point parlays. Don't play them on, but yeah, those were. There was a sweat. I'm like, empty net, maybe empty netter in San Jose because Celebrini needed the Hattie.
The thing is, too, in San Jose, you got 4 goals from them.
Celebrini was all over it.
And you got 4 goals from the Blackhawks, too.
No, like all the lines that they played on hit. Like the guy just didn't point on them. So there's like, point from that line. No.
That's tough.
That's
tough. Sorry, buddy. Well, hey.
Well, that's okay. I'll switch over to the football game. 6-6 in the fourth quarter. Like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Last night was probably a microcosm of the day that we experienced yesterday with the cold and the wind and
so much cold, so much wind. More cold, more wind. But let's go. Ottawa, Carolina. Carolina minus 210 favorite, over under sitting at 6. Linus Ullmark has been playing great. Carolina is playing .500 hockey of late. They lost Jack Drury. He's out. The lines have been juggled. I believe the top line is Aho, Svechnikov, and Jack Roslovic again. So they've gone back to what they were doing before. Natchez jumps down to the third line, but somehow he'll still end up with 20 minutes. I don't understand how that works. It's interesting. Carolina 7-3 head-to-head in the last 10, including a 4-0 win in November, but that was a game. Martin versus Forsberg, so big difference today in what we'll see, which is likely Ullmark and Kochekov. Yeah. But I think we had mentioned off air before we got on, one of the only edges in this game, I think, is the Carolina power play versus a bad Ottawa penalty kill. And that's all I got. I mean, they struggled. Carolina struggled to get past San Jose the other day and needed 3 goals from their defensemen. They were talking about it in the media. Brindamore's like, no, we need to get everybody going because, again, this is a team that continually gets help from the defense, and that's where we're going. And it's Shane Goss's spare time. Shane Goss's spare is the quarterback 1 on the PP. We're going to take him over 2.5 shots, plus 175. It's a pretty big number, but this is a guy who's hit it in 8 of 5 in his last 13, running that PP1. And a big one, the assist for plus 110. I know Linus Ullmark's playing great. That's why I'm not probably making a nuke play, but Goss is spare for an assist in this spot. Have you seen his run over his 13 games?
Who, Goss is spare?
Yeah.
No.
He has 15 points over 13 games.
Wow.
Which is impressive. And he's 10-3. He has a point in 10 of those 13 games. and
Wow.
an assist in 9 of those 13 games. So that's a Gosses Bear 2 points is plus 400. I just worry about Linus Allmark. That's all.
Well, maybe is there an angle here? I'm just looking at the game logs. He's had to make 30 plus saves.
That's all. So nothing's open. I know where you're getting at. You're going for Allmark over saves, right?
Yeah. He's had to make 30 plus saves in 4 of his last 5 games.
Same waves, bud. Same wavelength. That's exactly where I went first. But then nothing's open because nothing's confirmed. So if Allmark is confirmed, I know it's all priced in because Carolina is a team that gets a lot of shots and wins the shot differential at home. 28, 29 is probably where I want to go with that, but it'll probably open at 30.
Yeah.
But that will be the first thing I'm looking at. So expecting Carolina to somewhere sit in that 33 to 35 shot range in this matchup. Hopefully get some power play stuff going on that. But needed something with Batherson, because if you look, everything's priced up against Ottawa. Batherson has a 1.5 shot total. Norris has a 1.5 shot total. The guys on the blue line as well. Tkachuk still sits at 3.5, but that's just Carolina suppressing shots at home, which is something they do. But coming off that hat trick, you kind of shot happy, no? I mean, for a guy who's coming off a 3-goal game, you probably have that shooting mentality. So I like the point, but I'm going to add the over 1.5 shots on it to juice it up a bit. Batherson, like I said, hat trick points in 14 of his last 16 games, not 14 points in 16 games. His point total over is 14-2 to the over in his last 16 games.
Wow. Guy's feeling it right now. And you know, for the Ottawa games that I've watched, he's been a very confident player on the ice. Like, I know he got lucky with 3 the other night, had 4 points, but he's getting a lot of really, really good chances. And so, look, that's what Ottawa needs. Like, they need him to, like, the core of him, Norris, Stützle, Tkachuk, you add Giroux in that. Like, they need those guys to lead. And God, for the last 2 seasons, Batherson has had breakout seasons and career years leading up to this year, and he's on the verge of having another career season. So there's no better time to be feeling it than coming off of a hat trick. So for Batherson, look, against a Carolina team that is a little stingy defensively, but I did a hit about this the other day about how Ottawa, right now, I think this is game 1 of a 9-game road trip that they embark on because the World Juniors are being played in Ottawa, so their rink's not available for the next 3 weeks. So they finished off a good homestand going 3-1 with the win the other night, but they need to get going here. They need to get going, and Batherson's a guy that has been some kind of hot as of late, and if he can continue that up, it's going to bode well for them if they get that and Allmark playing like a Vezina Trophy winner. Yeah,
looking at the schedule, I was looking at that in the Anaheim game. So they played Anaheim, go to Carolina, then they have a home game. They have a home game at versus Pittsburgh before,
and then they go,
they go on that 9-game road trip.
Right.
That straddles the holidays too.
Right. So look, this is a huge stretch of their season. This is how they come out of this stretch is basically determine where they sit in the standings or finish in the standings.
Dennis B saying, "Old Carlo was on TSN yesterday." Ooh-wee. How was your suit game? How was your suit game yesterday?
That was okay.
Plaid, fancy plaid, blue, white.
I went with like a purplish light blue or dark. I wouldn't say dark light blue, but purplish like middle blue color with a nice red and blue tie.
Stud, absolute stud on the camera.
You know that's how I roll. Come on.
This is a trade Tkachuk road trip. Tim Powell.
Oh jeez, we're going there.
So Bobby Newport, good to see as usual. Question says, how good is Ottawa? Seems to be a decent team, but not really close cracking elite status.
We're all waiting for them to get to that status. Every year we keep saying, is this the year? Is this the year? Is this the year? And just looking at their season so far, with the season Boston's having, okay, where it's below average, Tampa's, they're coming on as of late, but they've started off a little slow. The Rangers and the struggles they're going through right now, those are three teams that everybody had picked to be playoff teams. And if you're going to be a playoff team, if Ottawa has aspirations to be a playoff team, they've got to leapfrog one of those teams. And we're through 28 or 29 games, and Ottawa's still below them in the standings because they've been mediocre as well too. Ottawa has not won more than 2 games in a row all season. Like, that's not a recipe for playoff hockey, or at least to get yourself there. So they got to find a way to get their act together.
1-4, 1-5, 2-5, 2-6. There you go. 3-6, 3-7. Oh, a couple there. 4-7, 4-8. So they're 4-8 coming off a win all year. So take a look at this. I was trying to find it. It's tough to find this stat, record versus teams of 500. But I was just looking at the quality of opponents, and the quality of opponents were Ottawa's picked up wins over the last 30 days. Anaheim, Nashville, Detroit, Calgary, and that is it.
Huh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then five straight losses to open up after that 3-0 win over Toronto. That seems like a lifetime ago. They're just playing 2 opponents, and they're not beating good teams. And Carolina's a good team. So, like, as a spot where I'd be like, oh, maybe a dog on Friday night in its strange Friday night game. I don't know. I don't like it. Allmark. I'd rather take Allmark saves if it comes out.
Yeah.
If you're looking for an Ottawa win, something like that, because he's going to have to do that if they're going to win anyway, no?
Yeah, because aren't the Hurricanes one of the highest shooting teams in the league?
Not as much as years past, but
Okay.
they still win the shot total or the shot differential pretty handedly at home, so we'll see it there. Ottawa appearance, you'll be waiting for a long time there. Great flicks. I don't think you'll see them in the playoffs. It is a full moon on Friday. Stop it. Is it a full moon today too?
I don't know.
Friday 13th full moon?
So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, that just means we need before we go, we need to find a Scott Lawton 4+ goal bet before we leave.
Well, with one game on the board, that's kind of tough. Let's see.
Andreas Sanchez says we need that Johnny Depp looking guy to get back to his ways.
Who's that?
He's Seth Jarvis.
Oh, Seth Jarvis. That's right.
Ooh, Adam. That's a good one. Where is he playing? Mr. Robinson. I do like that already.
Eric Robertson hat trick?
You're like, where's that guy from? I just no idea what line he's playing on.
Here, I'll find it.
I know. I'm digging it up now, but I've seen it too often. I think if he's top 6, he might be on the second line, but they're running like 3 lines right now.
Yeah, he's on the second line. He's on the second line.
He's on the second line. Is he PP too?
No.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. What about Jackson Blake or Kotkaniemi?
That one caught me off guard. I've never heard someone's had so much stress on the first syllable of that guy's name.
What, Kotkaniemi?
Kotkaniemi. How about Kotkaniemi? Kokken where? No, it's probably going to be. I don't.
Well, what about a Jalen Chatfield goal?
He had the game winner the other night.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. What are his odds to score?
Robinson on 6 goals last 10. Jesus.
6 goals in his last 10?
For Robinson. That's tough to do 5-on-5. Like with the edge, I know the edge is somewhat within the power play. Wouldn't you want to go something on the power play? We'll work this one out in a second here. Give me some time. Let me find it.
Ooh, Brent Burns plus 700 to score.
No, Brent Burns. No to Brent Burns.
How about Jake Sanderson plus 900 to score?
That's a big one.
He's a PP1 guy.
I know.
I'm actually going to hit that.
What? Jake Sanderson at plus 900?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Jalen Chatfield plus 1,100. You're getting a PP1. That's got to be a play. It's a PP1 guy for plus 900 to score. No? Goss
How about we I'm such a DJ. Why don't we go double D?
Yeah, Goss Bears plus 600 to score.
Double D goals. Is that what we're doing? I was looking at Goss Bear 2+ goals at plus 6,500. Double D goals. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Just did it.
I'm doing it. Just did it.
Yeah.
That was a lot of time in between there. Oh, Lord. Okay. Let's go. Someone give me some odds. Someone give me some odds for both those defensemen.
Oh, good. Hey, Gaudette 2+ goals. He's got.
Oh, Gaudette playing on that second line. No, I don't like the Carolina. Give me 2. Yeah, we're going double D, full moon, Friday the 13th. Goal. Someone in the chat, give me the odds there, and we'll make it a play. We'll make it a Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
Full moon, double D.
Okay, I'm going to try to find it.
Double D twine tickler.
The twine tickler.
Yeah, the double D twine tickler. I can't spit it out. Come on, chat. Help me out with some odds there for those. For Goss's Bear.
I got it. One sec. Anytime goal scorer. Okay. Gostis Beer and
Bobby Newport saying, give me the double D.
Plus 5,500.
Oh, a little smooth 55. Okay, we're in. We'll go a quarter of a unit on it. The Jason Voorhees DD Parlay. Yeah, happy Monster Day to those who celebrate it if you're a Charlie fan. I don't think that's what it is, they said to old Charlie. Plus 5,500. We'll drop. What's it? I was going to say, what's a 6-pack of beer cost? But it's like $30 now. Too much. All right. So we'll put that one in. All right. We'll go 55-1 on that just for something on a small slate. Don't throw your money away, but let's have some fun with it. The old juice pumper play. It's got 17 names already. Friday the 13th, double D. Twine.
Boom, it's in.
All right, let's go.
It's
Good luck.
in.
That's what we got. It's Friday with one game. It's Friday the 13th, full moon. No one checked that. We didn't fact check that. Don't trust us. And that's what we got. We got a funky game here, and then it's Friday. But let's
look at this one game, and we went 23 minutes.
Idiots. All right. Appreciate the pumpers there in the chat. Everybody have a great weekend, man. Honestly, it's getting cold.
Let's do it, folks. Let's do it.
Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. Producer Mick. It's the last thing you'll hear him say this week to you guys. Pump up the juice. Let's go. Friday in the books. NHL Puck Props presented by Sports Interaction. Let's go. Lead us, pal.
Have a great weekend. Ciao.